going on, guys? Back with another tutorial from this new Stapleton album. There's so many beautiful guitar parts on this. We're going to try to break down all of them video by video. This is going to be the second one of that series. Similar to the first video that we did in Trust, it's kind of one loop throughout the entire song, and he's just riffing on top of it, but this one's a little bit tougher because it's finger strumming, and if you want to really get the melancholy feel that he's going for, you got to use the voicings and the finger positionings that he uses. So let's break it down. It's not going to be that
So in terms of the tuning for this one, we're in standard tuning, no capo, no nothing. And we're going to have three basic chords. We're going to have an F chord, a G chord, and an A minor chord. And if you don't recognize some of those voicings, trust me, you do. It's just the way that I'm strumming them and fretting them. Looks a little bit different. So the first chord for the F chord, it's basically an F bar chord. But the way that he's voicing it, he's hammering on to this B string. So what I'm doing is I'm basically playing the bar chord, but instead of barring it, I'm kind of just fretting every single string one by one. So I use my thumb to grab that first fret on the low E string, the actual F note. Then I'm playing the third fret on the A and D string with my pinky and ring finger. Then I'm playing the second fret on the G string with my middle finger, and the first fret on the B string with my pointer finger. And if you want, you can include that high E, but he's just hammering onto this B string and not even touching the low E or the high E at all. So he's just going. And if you leave it open, it kind of gives it a minor seventh feel. In terms of the picking pattern, what I'm doing is I'm picking a cluster as I hammer on, and then slap to the high E string. So what you want to do is you want to practice that picking pattern on one chord before you even try moving it, because once you get comfortable with it, it'll be way easier to move from one chord to the next. So then luckily all we're doing is we're moving that shape that we just created for that F chord. We're just moving that up 2 frets up to the G position. And he's going to do the same thing. And the good news is you can leave that E on there again because it gives it another melancholy, eerie feel that Chris is going for here. And then the next chord is just a plain old A minor. If you wanted to, you could voice it up here. If I was playing on electric, that's probably how I do it, since I can just move naturally up the fretboard. But with these old guitar strings, I'd like to move just in the open positioning, so you'd go. And then for the walk down, all he's doing is receding back down those chords. So he stabs on the A minor and stabs on the G. So we'll go. You want to try to do it in rhythm. And if you're playing it with a pick, I mean, you can kind of just... That's all really it is. And if you're having trouble with this fretting pattern, I mean, you can just play whatever structures you know of an F chord, a G chord, and an A minor. Even using it with a capo, being able to play with some open hammer-ons and whatnot could give it a nice feel. Play around with it. There's never one way to play a song, and everybody's ear likes something different. So.
That's all for this one, my guys. Stay tuned for the full album tutorial.